old bullion dealer says stack silver, get to this point, and then quit. I have a silver dealer that I frequent in my neighborhood, and he told me that what he sees as the greatest difference between new stackers and a seasoned stacker in his eyes is that new stackers, they don't have a plan. And not only do they not have a plan, but they want a quick turnaround, and they're getting frustrated, and then they're out. So what he was saying, and this really rings true for me, is he was saying that what these stackers don't understand is that the best way to go about silver, if you're new to this, is to have a plan, meaning like have some kind of a limit or a goal of what you're trying to achieve with your stacking, meaning the concept of swapping out your fiat currency for precious metals is really that it's a grand idea, and it doesn't really have any parameters. It doesn't have any limits. That could just continue the rest of your life. Every time you have any cash, you're trying to swap it out. But new stackers, this new generation that he sees, and this is an old bullion dealer, he's a local guy, he's been doing this for decades and decades, so I really trust his opinion. And he sees the biggest shift in terms of this silver stacking is that people are getting in on it, and then they burn out and they get kind of discouraged, and they just see it almost as like an investment phase, something that they just were into for a little bit. They didn't get much from it, and then they cash out and they move on. So what he's saying is, look, don't look at it that way. Of course, don't look at it as an investment. Stacking silver is not an investment. It's not. It's a safe haven of wealth. Silver and gold, even before the idea, even before that term stacking ever came about, swapping your fiat currency into metals is just putting your paper fiat currency that is always losing its value, putting it into a safe store of wealth. That's all it is. So what he's saying is have some kind of goal, meaning like stack silver until you get to this point, whatever your point is, and then cash out. Now, I think for many people, especially as silver begins to really increase in price as 2024 rolls out, that level is going to be different for everyone. And I'll tell you what I see as an appropriate goal for someone who's stacking silver. And I ran this by my old local dealer. There's a couple of dealers I go to, and this guy I refer to him as the old one, because he really is the oldest. He's got one foot out the door into retirement, and he's got a lot of knowledge. So what I say is one solid monster box. If you could stick to it, if you could continue stacking silver until you get to a quantity of 500 ounces. That's what a monster box is, 500 ounces. And then just, even if you want, just put it aside, leave it, let it collect dust. And watch as the silver price eventually it will fluctuate, of course, but it will increase in value. And that is a safe store of wealth. You're just letting it sit there collecting dust. You're not looking at it as an investment. But as years go on, and you remember, oh yeah, what is this? What's spot price now? Then you're always pleasantly surprised, because even though it fluctuates as time goes on, it's going up, it's moving up, it's always moving up. So for me, I think that is a great goal. One monster box, and that's it. Now, anybody who's been in this silver stacking community of ours for a few years, you've seen, just read the comments in any video, there are many stackers that have several monster boxes. Several. I don't know where they're storing it, by the way. I mean, that is just a huge amount of bulky silver. But they have several monster boxes. And if you want to really be in the long game, then that's the definition of a long game, because it takes a long time to accumulate enough silver. 500 ounces is not cheap, and it's never been cheap to get that much. So I say one monster box for me. I think that is a great goal. Stack that much and quit. And so I ran this by my silver dealer, and yeah, he he agrees. There's something about that quantity, that amount, that is really obtainable, even though it will take time. I mean, it could literally take 4 years. It's a goal. It could take 4 years. Get 500 ounces of silver, just put it aside, and that's it. And you don't have to be a silver stacker for life. So I really like that idea. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I will see you guys